Hello, great people. The tension between the Oba of Benin and Tinubu's daughter, Folashade Tinubu-Ojo, over the title of Iyaloja in Edo State Market has taken a worse dimension as the king is roaring and the people are protesting that we don't want the title of Iyaloja in our market. You will recall that recently, the Oba of Benin rejected the idea, but then Folashade Tinubu-Ojo, the daughter of President Bola Tinubu, went ahead to install one Pastor Josephine as the Iyaloja general of all the markets in Edo, a situation that the king and the title chiefs in Edo State kick against. On this episode of Politics with Joshua Plug, a lot is happening in Edo State between the Benin Palace and the presidency of Nigeria, particularly the daughter of the president. On this episode of Politics with Joshua Plug, I will be reading to you the 10th statement that was released by the Oba of Benin. The statement is so tense, there's a lot of warning in it. 4-page statement, I must say, for the Oba of Benin to release a 4-page statement that shows that, well, that particular situation that they are trying to handle, it be like say water don dey pass garri. And it is not only the king, the high-ranking chiefs in Edo State also signed it. I will be reading it to you, and on the second leg, I will be telling you what is causing all this, which is mainly on the part of the daughter of the president, Shade Tinubu-Ojo, how illiteracy, how her apparent illiteracy is causing confusion in Edo State and by extension, Nigeria. There's something that she needs to know. There's something that she needs to realize that she has failed to know and realize. And I will be telling you on the later part of this video. But first, let me read you the statement released by the Palace of the Oba of Benin. It reads, the statement reads, Oba of Benin Palace public announcement. This palace public announcement is issued on the authority of His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedo Uku Apolopolo Ewuare II CFR Oba of Benin. While the palace maintains its position that Iyaloja concept is alien to the... Now, I need you to listen to this very well. Is alien. That means that it is strange to the culture of Benin. The palace also frowns at the use of trade associations to run open markets and to play partisan politics. Listen to this very well, my people. This twin fact, no, I think I need to read that again. The palace also frowns at the use of trade associations to run open markets and to play partisan politics. These twin factors are antithetical and inimical to the essence of our market tradition in Benin culture. That means that the palace is saying that Folashade Tinubu-Ojo no talk say because of Papa na president. All these things where they do, you may be doing it to please yourself, you may be doing it for political purpose, you may be doing it maybe to achieve one goal or the other for your father and family, but what you are doing, you are contradicting the age-long culture of the Benin people, and the palace is frowning at it. Now, let's go to the next paragraph. For the avoidance of doubt, Benin Traditional Council wishes to reiterate that in Benin, there is nothing like Iyeki general, which this Iyaloja concept seems to imply. In Benin culture, Iyeki emerges among the market women after being chosen by the market women. She is brought to the palace for confirmation after being chosen. Now, take note of that. After being chosen by the market women, not after being chosen by the Iyaloja General of Nigeria, who happens to be Tinubu's daughter. Just that is happened now. And in this instance, the palace is saying there's nothing even like Iyeki General in Edo culture. Now, the palace is restating that. Let's continue. Why Shade Tinubu's daughter? Why is she stubborn? Do we have a case of like father like son, or where did she got her stubbornness from? Is it from the mother's side or from the father's side, or is just a unique, if I can use that word, gift in quote? Where does she get this stubbornness from, and why does she appear desperate to control all the markets in Nigeria? And can she succeed? I look forward to your impression in the comment section. Now, let's continue. It says, us confirmed, that is the Iyeki when they have voted them into office. Us confirmed, they are told to go ahead and install her as the Iyeki of the market. This is similar to an Odion of a village being brought to the palace for confirmation before installation. The palace never choose anybody as Iyeki. Take note of that. The palace that has authority, the custodian of culture and tradition, has never in the history of Benin culture choose anybody as Iyeki. So you will not come be from Edo State, now you they choose Iyeki for them. Okay. It is the market women that do that. Every Iyeki is independent of each other. Every Iyeki is culturally, spiritually, and religiously tied to the palace. Just as there is no honorary chieftaincy title in Benin culture, so also there is no honorary Iyeki title in Benin culture. Interesting. Every Iyeki has a spiritual function she performs for the palace and for the well-being of the market. We strongly advise that the function of Iyeki should not be politicized. Any deviation from this age-old cultural system may lead to a breach of the peace. It behoves the Benin Traditional Council to advise the state government to please take cognizance of this and avoid breakdown of law and order. Who is the state governor? The new sheriff in town, Governor Monday Okpebolo, that calls himself sheriff. Now let's continue. We would, and this is written in capital letter, we would have advised the state government of this salient tradition if the Benin Traditional Council had been consulted with much earlier. So that means that all this Iyeki, all this Iyaloja general, they didn't even consult the Benin Palace before going ahead. You can see the audacity and confidence of Tinubu's daughter. Now the next paragraph. The palace, you can see the strong-worded statement being released by the palace. The palace has observed that for some time now, our markets have become a veritable tool in the hands of partisan politicians and unscrupulous individuals to express themselves for their personal benefit. Take note of that word, unscrupulous individuals. Could it be Shade Tinubu-Ojo? Is she unscrupulous? What do you think? I look forward to your impression in the comment section. Unscrupulous individuals to express themselves for their personal benefit. This situation has persisted since even long before the present administration. While the palace takes a dim view of such alien concept of Iyaloja being introduced into the market system of Edo culture, it is also pertinent to point out that the palace has serious reservations about the tendency of market women allowing themselves to be used as political pawns in the political field under the aegis of market associations in Edo State. The palace has received numerous complaints that the practice of using associations in negative ways in the market has also contributed immensely to a rise in prices of foodstuffs, thereby seriously impacting on the effort of Mr. President to bring food prices down. The next paragraph. At this junction, the palace wishes to appeal to the market women and the politicians behind them to eschew dragging the sanctity of the name of the Oba into their partisan political affairs. We hear comments such as the Oba's word is final. In this Iyaloja saga, Oba's word is final in this Iyaloja saga, but did the market women respect and observe this in the previous administrations when they allowed themselves be used as political pawns? That's a question mark. The king is asking them question. Even when their then leader, Blackie Ogieme, was summoned to the palace and advised to eschew using the market woman as political pawn at the time, she was advised that no administration needs to fear anything if they were satisfying the people with good performance. She nevertheless continued to use the market woman to do her personal bidding and that of the administration of the time, knowing how the administration treated the traditional institution in particular and the people in general in a very toxic manner. Which administration are they referring to? That of the immediate past governor, Godwin Obaseki. There is an old adage in Benin that well, I'm sorry, I'm not able to pronounce that, so don't let me spoil the Benin language. Meaning, if there is no hole in a tree, deadly insect cannot find entrance into it to cause any damage. The palace is of the opinion that this is the case, with wear and manner that most, I bet who write this thing, there seems to be some grammatical, where a manner that most current Iyekis have been carrying on with one particular individual. We hope the market women headed by their Iyekis would have learned their lesson now and know their traditional connection with the palace and what is expected of them, and learn to watch the mood of the palace and go with it. We want to emphasize that this administration is doing wonderfully well for everyone and do not need Iyaloja concept to guarantee anything. The palace feels that if we were duly consulted about what the tradition says about Iyeki role in Benin tradition, all the ensuing controversy or tension would have been avoided. The palace, although not partisan, strongly supports state government administration. Now the next paragraph. We do not know the aim of this Iyaloja concept being introduced to Edo State. We hope if is a national thing, then there's a way this thing is written. We hope if is no, it should be we hope if it is. We hope if it is, let me just correct it like that. We hope if it is a national thing, then Iyaloja of Lagos or Nigeria must extend this concept to other states in Nigeria before we can believe its authenticity and motive. We also have a question. Now listen to this ballistic question. Can an Edo woman be made the Iyaloja of Lagos or of Nigeria? Can this concept of Iyaloja be extended to Oba Ewuare II, Kaduna, Kano, Sokoto, and other parts of Nigeria? You can see that this conflict is taking a national dimension. We commend, support, and appreciate the work of the governor and the president and appeal to them not to allow the shenanigans of market women politics distract them from the divine work they have been elected to do for the people in general and Edo people in particular. Please, the rest assured that the palace will continue to support our state government policies and programs. That is the statement that was released by the Oba of Benin Palace, and it was signed by the Osama of Benin. I don't know what that means. The Obaselu of Benin, the Ine of Benin, the Secretary of Benin Traditional Council, the Eribo of Benin, the Otia of Benin as well. So you can see. Now let me tell you what is causing all this, which happens to be the illiteracy of the daughter of the president. Apparently, her illiteracy, Shade Tinubu-Ojo, needs to realize that in Nigeria, there's something we call exclusive list, concurrent list, and residual list. Exclusive list is what is within the purview of the federal government to control. Concurrent list is what is within the purview of the state government. Some of them interject with that of the federal government. Residual list is what is within the power of the local government, and some of them interject with the state government. Now, in this case, control of market is in the residual list, or in some instance the concurrent list. Your father is the president. Your father is in charge of the exclusive list in Nigeria, which is the exclusive laws, which is what is within the control of the federal government. So if your father is the president, your father has enormous power but does not have all the power. Controlling of market is in the concurrent and residual list in Nigeria. So it should be within the control of the state government and local government. Somebody should educate Folashade Tinubu-Ojo just so that she can get her priorities right. I will be speaking about this more in details in another video of mine when another thing about this issue comes up. It's been an interesting time with you. Subscribe, turn on your notification button. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.